sweet it is. All right, how sweet it is. Here we go.
We're going to tune for you called the Cherokee Shuffle. 1, 2, 3,
Go back to the hotel. Start drinking.
First one I came to was 1991.
It was 5 years ago, or no, it was 6 years ago today that I showed up in Juneau for the first time.
I think the first year I came down was '83.
I think the first one I attended was in '77.
Yeah, it's probably 10 years ago that I started coming to them and getting involved and volunteering.
Came here, I think it was about 27 years ago.
First festival we came to was the 30th.
I came to the festival, I think the first time was the 24th festival. So what's that with the math?
11 years.
11?
In the pay a dime and Joe.
It was pretty cool because I got picked up by Lindy and Colette at the ferry, and they just showed me around and introduced me to the whole thing. It was just like showing up on a Friday. It was pretty crazy introduction to the whole thing. So.
By 1980, I had learned to play the guitar enough that me and Jamie and Sandy and Vicky and Trish and Charlie, we had a little kind of potluck string band set.
Yeah, you know,
which is kind of cool.
I think that that's one of the big things of this festival is it inspires people who don't know how to play or want to know how to play.
Yeah.
You see, you're nodding your
Yeah,
play.
you got to be that way.
To do that, and it certainly was true for me. I didn't live in Juneau. I lived in a very rural part of Alaska in Bethel, and I would come to the festival as an amateur player and get so inspired and jam for a week, and then all year I would go back to my rural setting and practice for the next festival, learn new songs, and it really was something that jump-started my music development. Really important.
All innocent life will gather their ashes from the winds of all, and we'll love them to life, bury our knife, and wage war no more.
I think we're actually really lucky here because we have really good musicians. You know, the quality of the musicians in Alaska is really high. So that's a really neat thing. And one of the things is the long, dark winters really gives a lot of time for practice or for, you know, getting good on your instruments. So we've been fortunate up here for many years to have a real good music scene. One of the really neat things about the Folk Festival is it's a place where you can get together and see friends, you know, that you may only see once a year. And they come from all over. You know, it's kind of like our Visa Quest that we have in Homer. It's bigger. It's much bigger.
I'll show you something. This your mandolin is made out of earth and a stone. The sound of the railroad makes you feel all alone. This your mandolin will keep a hobo from home.
There's a lot of great things about the Folk Festival. One is the time of the year that it happens. I mean, you're looking at Alaska. You've got people that have been pretty much pent up all winter long. And right when they get here, they first get their first dose of springtime. So you have all this pent up winter stuff that kind of manifests at Folk Festival. This is like a culmination of like a whole year. People that play here at the Folk Festival probably put more energy into their 15 minutes of fame than any other festival. This is definitely more of a family thing. Like a lot of festivals can be more organized and rigid with very high caliber, top flight bands that show up. And they're more for, I think, participating from the audience perspective, not necessarily so much as from a performance perspective from your own personal level. So if you're not in one of those top flight bands, you are essentially in the audience. And I think at this festival, so many of the performers, it's not made up of all of the top flight bands, and so most of the performers are the people that you run into on the street. And so the opportunity to play in different configurations is really comparatively very high. So there's a tremendous value to that.
Weave and spin, weave and spin.
I haven't been to any that compare. There's some smaller ones. I haven't been to like Kluane and Atlin, and people are saying those are really nice and intimate and kind of folk like this one, But
I don't know. I like the festivals up here better than the ones down in the States.
Yeah.
But that's probably just because I know everybody at them.
Things are with you. Did you ease the pain that wouldn't set you free? We gave you space, and now we're replaced by some other love you seem to need. Still, I wonder, does it ever cross your mind you might have thrown away the very best? And if I called you...
Yeah, usually I play on the bass, so I just kind of hide in the back. But up here, you're like, oh, everybody can see you.
It's fun, though. I just feel comfortable walking up on this stage now. It's just been up here so many times, and it's kind of fun. Look forward to it.
The whole thing is one package to me. Being here at the hall, being at the bar, being not, or even just in our living room, or, some years we've just had the beaming sunshine, and you can't walk on the street corner without a little pile of bluegrassers here, some old time guys here, bongo drummer, drum circle over here.
But yeah, it's all about the music. It totally brings everyone together, and it's all different kinds. Like the group of people we hang out with, like tonight or tomorrow night at the hotel, it'll start out, it'll be like old time music, then it'll probably go to like Cajun music, maybe a little country, that Cuban music usually late, like 5 or 6 in the morning, you know. It goes through different cycles, you know, and so everyone's open to different styles and stuff.
And then came and jammed down the hall, and then Friday night jammed down the hall, and then went to the Alaskan. So that was fun. Got a little more old-timey on Thursday night, and hung on the back end of the Bluegrass Jam on Friday night. I mean, the building is just so cool. Yeah. And then people just know what to do. You got this hang and jam signs up, and this corner has got good acoustics, and down there by the washroom is good. If you go to the 3rd floor back, I mean, they got this down to a science. This is the 33rd year, so they know where to go and what to
do. There's a dark side to it that I like too, you know. I mean, it's not just all about being quiet and listening to the music. You can it gets kind of spiritual sometimes, like on Saturday nights or something late. You're tired, you've been up for 3 days, and then you're cranking on a 30-minute fiddle tune or something, and there's some kind of spirituality to it, I think, that you wouldn't get if you didn't, you know, kind of stay up late a lot. It's like kind of like a quest.
It's the zone.
Yeah.
It seems like there's so many, it's really nice jamming and different types of jamming, and people are so welcoming and nice and just generous with themselves, you know, and their music, and that's really nice to see.
They really are.
Hey ladies, when your man wanna get buck wild, just go back and hit him up style. Get your hands on his cash and spend it to the last cut for all the hard times. When you go, then everything goes, from the crib to the ride and the rose. So you better let him know that if he mess up, you gotta hit him up.
Yeah, I see people up here that have just barely started playing, and they get standing ovation, you know, because they're not really the greatest talent, but just all about the heart and supporting your friends and family and stuff up here. It's pretty cool.
Well, it's really, really exciting, and you get a bit nervous right before you go on stage, but when you get on stage, you feel at home, you feel fine, but it's just a really fun experience to be on stage.
I think the Alaskan Folk Festival is great.
And I don't know if you guys have seen some of the acts. I missed the one, those three little guys, but I heard it on the radio where they were just like, well, I spent my whole life at the folk festival. He was 10 years old, but he was probably in his mom or dad's backpack, and probably had a fiddle when he was 3, and it's huge.
Let's say good night here.
All right.
Okay, it's Thursday night. It's been a good night. It's about like 4 or 5 in the morning. I'm not really sure. It doesn't really matter, actually. Tom has been playing music all night. I actually play a little bit of music tonight myself. Banana, we had a nice jam up there in room. What was your room there? Oh, you can hear me all right.
The top floor. We were in the penthouse.
The top floor. We were in the penthouse.
Yeah.
We had a hell of a time.
Oh man, it was great. Let me tell you, nice.
And we're coming back tomorrow.
Yes, we are.
We're back in the class with a lot more trash.
You better.
Yeah, I just thought some of the happiest times I've ever had are walking out of that hotel at like 6 in the morning and walking home, you know, and just like just music's buzzing through your head still, and just completely stoked, you know. The end of another killer day, and I'm getting to go to bed now, you know, and the sun's coming up, and those just sublime moments there at the end of the night.
Rolling, rolling, rolling.
Check this thing on.
Yeah, give me a countdown.
All right, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Do it!
Oh!
I was gonna be like on the count of 7.5.
You ruined the last pancake.
Ah!
No, I didn't. It's right there. Dude, it's done.
It's close.